More leads with the simple mail trick.
Now, today we're going to talk about direct mailing campaigns, and this is something that real estate agents still use to this day, even though we do a lot of stuff on YouTube, we do a lot of stuff on social media, and we do a lot of stuff with our, phone calls and email and text. However, direct mail campaigns have stayed tried and true. People are still using this old school technique, and so we're really going to talk about it, especially since you're probably 1 or 2 years into the business, and maybe this isn't something that you could have afforded at the beginning of your career, but now you're thinking about adding it. So we're going to talk about actionable steps to make sure that you are delivering something that's going to give you results.
Exactly. Therefore, why direct mail works for real estate? And the first thing is standing out, meaning that people get fewer physical mail pieces, and making yours is more noticeable in the market.
Now, if you give something that they actually can remember you, like a pin on the magnet or something, it's a tangible impact. It's a tangible thing that they're going to keep. Also, you can target specific people. I'm going to talk about that. Direct mail will allow you to target very specific neighborhoods, so you can find the area where you know your demographics that you are good at helping are living.
And also you can do the personalization,
yes,
meaning that you can customize your message to add a personal touch and add value to whomever you're sending to.
Now, I wouldn't recommend this if you're a brand new agent, but if you are 1 or 2 years out in the world, I will say there is way less competition for people getting mail in their mailbox. So it's not, we get digital ads every single day in our emails, but we don't necessarily get mail in our actual mailboxes. So that is something to talk about. So we're going to just talk about how to launch this very simply. Number 1, you want to set clear goals. You want to make sure you know what you're aiming for. What are you attracting? Listings? Are you promoting an open house? What are you showcasing your neighborhood updates? What is your goal when you send this mail? Because that is going to be the key drivers. Number 1 is your goal.
Exactly. Number 2 is identifying your target or audience target, which is really, are you targeting the first-time home buyer, you're targeting luxury clients, or you're targeting homeowner that looking to sell their homes. And understanding this is really key to successful campaign for the direct mail.
Right. Now, another thing also I want to point out, it doesn't actually have to be the US mail. We are talking US mail. But if you know a neighborhood where there are a lot of first-time home buyers and you have door knockers, and you print out these door knockers and you print out 50 door hangers or whatever that I saw door knockers, but I mean door hangers, you can pay someone on Fiverr or something just to go deliver these things to the area. Maybe Fiverr's not the best thing, but you can pay people to go put out this mail on people's doors. So it can be happened. You can think outside of the box with these physical pieces of paper. But another thing, you want to buy your mailing list. If you have a list already, that's amazing, because you already know a lot of people in your KV Core. At least, sorry, I use KV Core, your CRM. But you can also purchase mailing lists from the government, and it's very easy and very free. So you want to just focus on, where do you want to send this mail? Is it focused on age, income, homeowner status? And of course you want to make sure you're following all the rules. Now we're going to talk about how we do it with the government.
Exactly. Therefore, the first option is using USPS every door direct mail, that they call it EDDM. And first you need to visit the website of the UPS EDDM, and basically these tools, it helps you to map out the routes in your target area. Literally, you can see the border and the map of that. And also you can choose a specific neighborhood too in the website based off the demographic, like average household income and age range in that area.
Now, by doing that, you can say, I want to target this specific community, whatever that community might be, XYZ community. Mm-hmm. Now, you have to understand it's going on a mail route. So XYZ isn't the only people that's going to get that mail. ABC townhomes and DEF apartments, if they're on the same mailing route, are going to also get these mails. So make sure that you are promoting something that is going to match for all, or as many as people who are going to get that. Because if you are focusing on a luxury listing and apartment buildings are getting it, they're just going to throw you in the trash. Now, if you are, so you want to look at where your mail is going to go and try to have something that's at least for everybody.
Exactly. Therefore, the third thing actually is designing your mail pieces. That is what it comes, your personal touch. Here you can use a different platform for designing the most easiest one is Canva, you know, which is more intuitive. Or you can use Adobe Spark if you have more experience and you played with the software more, to design a very eye-catching postcards or flyer or brochure. And here, what you need to include in that design.
You want to have some sort of bold headline. Find out your home value today. Something that's really big and bold. Then also you want to have high quality images. The last thing you want to do is send a mailer that has like blurry anything. You want to make sure it's high quality. So if you're talking about a home you've sold, a listing that's going to be an open house, you need to have those pictures. The third thing is a call to action. So you want to call us for free consultation. Why are you sending this mail? Remember, it goes back to the goal. Why are you giving this information? A clear call to action, a clear CTA. And the last thing you want to make sure is that your branding is 100% on this logo. Your contact information is easy to find and they know how to reach you. Do you want to add anything else?
And also don't forget to print it and also search for the deals for printing. There are lots of websites that you can printing, including the Canva, that you can get a really use a high quality printer or local printer service and double check that your pieces meet the USPS size, which is super important.
Right, so
and
if you're
weight
saying I want to
guidelines.
send this, but then the guideline is this, like you want to send something this big and the guideline says it has to be this big, then you're out of luck. So you have to make sure you're meeting the rules.
Therefore, check on the website, make sure the size and weight is meet the guidelines of the USPS for that.
And next, you're going to schedule your mail. You're going to bring it to the post office and you're going to drop it off in the mail and they handle the rest. So that's amazing. Now, the next thing I want to add is EXP. What I love about EXP is that they have given us Canva. Absolutely. You don't have to be part of EXP, but they give us Canva. So they have an in-house direct service. So if you want to pick one of the mail systems that they already have, that's amazing. If you want to DIY it, you can still do that with EXP because we can still have the ability to give us Canva for free. So you can use their systems and tools to automate the campaigns, select the processes on your web from EXP, or you can DIY it as we were just discussing. But I love all those options. Want to give some tips?
Exactly. Therefore, we wanted to, beside of all this, give some tips. The first thing is, as always, adding value, including something useful like a neighborhood market update or a special offer in this flyer or brochure, whatever you are trying to send.
And if you can, make sure that mailer has people's names on it or at least their street addresses, so it at least feels a little bit more personal. So you want to make sure personalization is there as much as possible. I know it's a little hard since you're sending it out as a general mail to everybody, but if you can find ways to personalize in any way, do it. The next thing you want to do is have offers. You want to talk about that?
Exactly. Therefore, you wanted to include offers like a discounted or free services like a free home valuation, and also this help people to motivate them to act on what you are sending to them.
Now, if you do choose to do mailing, the thing is, I would say have a schedule of events where you're going to use this, because sending mail every single month is going to make you very annoying. But if you have once a year, twice a year, 4 times a year, having a schedule that works for your needs is going to make it consistent. Maybe it's a holiday card for one of them, but either way, be consistent and don't do overdo, because overdo, you're going to spend money and you're going to be annoying, and nobody likes that.
Exactly. Therefore, we talk about consistency. What is the mindset?
So basically, I would not recommend this if you are a brand new agent just starting out. But if you are looking to grow and you're looking to grow into listings or anything else, and as long as it's going to make sense financially, give this a shot and put it into a year-long plan to see how it works over the year, over time. Because it doesn't mean that the mail is going to be like, hey, I pick up the phone and I got the listing right away. But it does take time, so you want to make sure you're giving this a try for a year and it can fit into your budget without killing your business. Always budget, but make sure you are consistent, because leads do generate. So you want to make sure that we are learning and adapting as we go, making sure it makes financial sense for us as we go. We didn't start out as experts, we started out as newbies at one point, but we did understand and grow and learn to share, and we focused so much on production.
Exactly. Therefore, at the end, we wanted to say that direct mail campaigns are really amazing tool for lead generation, and it really complements your digital marketing efforts. And it has if you set up this system for this, it's going to be an amazing tool for you that works in the future and gets you more clients.
I can't wait to hear your success stories. Hit us in the comments if this worked for you.